what I was making pretty good money, man. I'm making maybe at the time $10,000 a month for like 3 years, but I blew it all. Doing partying and traveling, and but I wasn't happy though. That's the thing. The only thing that made me happy, I figured out after all that time of going through all the trials and tribulations. The only thing that made me happy was the relationships I had. That's it.
Have a similar foundation. So my book, even though it's Create a Healthy Romantic Relationship, it does teach you the foundation to all healthy relationships. Then we focus on sexuality, because we know that 2,000 years ago, our sexuality was taken and controlled. And it is time for us to take that back, because that is where our power resides. And when we learn how to create a healthy sexual relationship with ourselves and with other people, it is amazing how easy it is for us to own our power and become potent.
Stream, it's online. I mean, what is anxiety all about, really?
So there's a few reasons why people might struggle with anxiety, and a lot of them overlap. So there is definitely something likely for some people to have a genetic component to it. So if you've got an anxious mum, you may be anxious because there is something in the genetics that say that part of your brain is going to be super sensitive and freak out more easily under certain conditions.
You what? If I'm going to do this, and if I'm going to make an impact on people's lives, I'm going to put myself on the chopping block. I'm going to use my life and the stories of other people and people that I've worked with and do it. So that was kind of like it in a nutshell, right?
Yeah. So what type of fighter was your husband?
He was mixed martial arts, MMA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good. So how did you have the confidence to say, hey, I'm going to teach women how to do this, or men how to do this too? Because, a lot of people, they might be good at something.
Right.
But they might not be good at teaching it or showing people how to do it.
You know what? It was something that I
But by the time he lost his car and rocked it off, that was years later. And Rick was right about that. That's the only drug dealer I ever heard say that. They always say, yeah, it was all them crackers. No, they weren't. They weren't crackheads yet. They weren't selling their clothes and their body yet. They weren't strawberries yet. That takes time to get that addicted.
Yeah,
when you stop going to work, then it just starts a domino effect. The job gets lost. You can't afford it. That took years to happen. He said crackheads didn't come to about 80 years. The first couple of years, no, they were just addicts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just got the call, it's going down tonight. It's a lot of goodbyes here tonight, but then I saw the stallion that I like. Here from Cali, I live in the valley, then you look sexy.
Yo! Welcome to another episode coming at you from ChooseYourRelationships.com, author of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. Smash the like button, share the video, man. And we're going to do like we always do. We're going to talk the talk, and we're going to go out and make it happen, man. That's what we do over here. You know what I'm saying? We're action takers. Action taking, money making, record breaking. Yeah, that's how we do over here. You know? So, as usual, there's a lot of things going on in this crazy world that we live in. But hey, best we can do is focus on what we can control and don't worry about the things that we can't control. That's the best we can do. You know what I'm saying? If you have a better idea, let me know. But as that's been the best strategy I've come up with so far. Focus on what you can control and don't worry about the things that you can't control. That's how I was taught, and that's been proven to work for me and millions of other people that I know, and some that you might know as well. So I was talking to I called some people that I haven't talked to in a while today, and people like complaining about what ain't going right in their life, and people love complaining, but at the same time, they're not willing to do anything about it because they don't really want to change. They've gotten used to things being the way it's been, even though shit ain't going the way they would like. But it's the unknown that has people wanting to stay the way it is, which is crazy if you really think about it. That you probably say, well, that doesn't make any sense. But another thing that's crazy, you probably doing some of the same things in your life as well. You probably been doing something for years, knowing that it ain't good, but you're still doing it anyway. Everybody's guilty of doing this. But don't complain when things don't go well, or you get sick, or you start not to feel so well. And it seems like, for the most part, the older people get, the worse they seem to get when it comes to this. That's the crazy thing, So, hey, tell me where you're from. Tell me where you're from. I'm interested in knowing where people from. Yeah, tell me where you're from. I'm always interested in knowing where people from. Where are you from? Where do you reside in the world? Yo, Howard Pratt in the house. Yeah, so there's a rise. I mean, if you haven't been under a rock, New York City in the house. Man, yeah. Oh, I haven't seen it. It's been a long time since you've been on. I think I remember seeing you in the past. Yeah, it's been a long time, since I've seen a lot of people on here. Because when I go live or when my video gets uploaded, a lot of people don't see it. I've been shadow banned like 3 years ago. As a matter of fact, somebody left me a comment like 2 weeks ago, and he was like, I didn't think he was doing videos no more, because he was like, I haven't seen your videos pop up in the feed. So I've been getting a lot of that over the past 3 years. This started before the pandemic. It's not new, Whatever I'm saying They don't want the word to get out. They don't want y'all to take it and run. That's what it is. You know, I don't, it's something I'm saying that, you know, they just don't, it's not good for y'all, you know, because otherwise my video would still be getting the views it used to. Now, some people would say, well, the reason why you're not getting the views because it ain't good enough. Well, that's not true either, because I've been talking this way since I came on, since I started this channel. I've been talking the same thing. I haven't changed anything. I haven't changed one thing. Really. I haven't changed one thing. The talking points, topics are different. And some of my talking points are the same as well. So that's not true either, you know. As people have approached me with that logic that, well, if you're not getting the views, it's just not good enough. No, you don't have to necessarily be good. You don't have to necessarily have good talking points to get views online. No, I've been on here long enough to know that that's false. You know, but that's what people say to try to make it seem like what I'm talking about is a conspiracy or some shit like that. You know, that's that old game that people try to run. That ain't gonna work on me. That's that old game they be trying to run. That don't work on me. I'm a veteran when it comes to this shit. You know? But if you haven't been hiding under a rock lately, you know that a lot of women are becoming more masculine in North America more than ever. That's just what it is. And this is just across the board. It ain't a white thing, black thing, Asian thing, Latin thing. No, this is just across the board. This is how it is. It's the environment is toxic, corrupt, hypnotic, a lot of manipulation and games being played in this society. And you don't even have to be here. You can move here from someplace else. Within 5 to 10 years, you start to pick up, any woman will start to pick, well, men and women, you start to pick up on the bad ways that people function in this society, especially if you live in a big city. You know, if you live in a big city, especially if you live in the hood destroys women, men and women, but especially women. You know, because women, most women never recover from growing up in the hood, and they never recover from that shit. I'm talking like just mentally, and they might move on and live better, and yeah, but the hood is still in them. You know, most women never. I'm telling you, the hood destroys women. Yeah, I mean that's like the worst thing that could happen to a woman. She live in the heart of the ghetto, you know, and got kids, and she's on public assistance, food stamps, whatever, welfare. That's like the worst situation for a woman, for a single woman. Man, she might never bounce back from that shit. You know. I mean, that's like the trap, the ultimate trap. The only thing worse than that is drug abuse, in my opinion. That's my opinion. You know, you might disagree with that, but the only thing worse than a chick growing up in the hood with kids is a drug abuse. And you have some women, they'll grow up in the hood with kids and they'll be on drugs at the same time. Damn, how a bitch is supposed to rise out of that? That's the trap, the ultimate trap, boy. You know? Then you got all these damn parasites that's gonna be that she gonna be meeting along the way. Bottom of the barrel type guys. You know, she's secretly trying to elevate and level up with these guys. She don't know what she's doing, you know. And she doesn't realize that these guys are basically just like her. They're in the same situation that she's in. But she thinks that these guys that she's laid up with going to help her move up to the next level and move out of the hood one day. That's what she thinks. So that's where she meets the dope boys, you know. And then the guys that just like to play video games all day and smoke weed. You know, she thinks that, hey, she's elevating. One day, this guy's going to go to the NFL or go to the NBA. You know, she's going to meet that guy that's going to save her. And boy, she got another thing coming. You know, that's in her mind. And you got a lot of guys, they're just as soft and weak as marshmallows today. You know, they'll say almost anything to get some cooch today. Damn. I mean, you've been around these types of guys. You can't even make a comment about a woman. And don't let it be negative. You know, you can't say nothing bad about a woman around some guys. You be like, damn. I mean, you can't say anything out of these dudes, man. I'll be like, shit. And the simps are everywhere. From the White House all the way to the ghetto, the hood. The simps are everywhere. They're on your job. They're in your family. They're at your local bar. Damn. You know? And a lot of these guys, they got hood rat moms. A lot of these guys act like hood rats, just like their mom. They watched their mom growing up. And then that same kid will get with a hood rat in the neighborhood. And you wonder why the relationship don't work out and why they have so much drama going on. And why you see pictures, I see videos online where the girl ran the dude over with a car. God damn. I mean, that's hood shit, man. Those are hood rats, man. I mean, there's some guys I know, they always fuck with the bottom of the barrel bitch. And wonder why the shit don't work out. I'm like, yo, I'm surprised that you surprised that it didn't work out. You shouldn't be surprised that she put you on child support. She put you on child support before the baby came out. God damn. Shit. And he's surprised. I'm like, you shouldn't have got her pregnant in the first place. You shouldn't even been. What do these guys expect? I don't get it. You know, how these dudes, you know, they got hood rat moms. They didn't really had good role models growing up. Regardless if they have money or not. Regardless if they're athlete, entertainer, or what. It don't even matter. You got a damn train wreck out here. You got women that think they're better than you just because they got a job. And they got some education. I would say the majority of women, even though they don't have a good job, they think they're better than you because they have an education. Or they have more education than you. So they think they're better than you. Even though you might be making more money than her. That doesn't, that doesn't really, on the outside looking in, that doesn't make any sense. Why do you think you're better than me? You got a master's degree or a bachelor's degree, but I got a better job than you. You work at the goddamn Sears or work at the mall or some shit like that. You work at the mall with a damn bachelor's degree. Or you work at Amazon in the damn warehouse. And I didn't go to college, but I still make more money than you. But you got women that will say, well, I feel like, and they feel like they better than you just because of education. Even though that the education that they have is not benefiting them none whatsoever. It don't make no sense. It don't even add up. It's not benefiting anybody, not even her. All the education she has. She can't even pay her student loan, and she thinks she's better than you. She can barely make rent, and she thinks she's better than you. You just it's a train wreck out here. You got it's a lot of foolishness going on out here. People, you have women just doing whatever they want, whatever they feel. And the guy that stays around them has to kind of accept who they are. That's what they want. They don't judge me, and if and if that's not the case, it ain't gonna work out, or they might label you as a misogynist, or you just don't like women. That's all. That's the type of craziness that you hear. People are just not. They don't believe in doing what works. They believe in doing whatever they feel. And by the time most of them figure it out, they're gonna be old. They're gonna be like late 50s, 60s. By the time they figure out that they wasted all those years running through guys wasted your time and money running through guys, no kids. If she got kids, the kids don't even like her. Kids don't even like being around her. You know what I'm saying? But by the time she realized she made a mistake, it's going to be too late. She's going to be in the 60s or late 50s. And nobody's going to want to be around her. And she's going to die lonely in a house by herself or in a nursing home by herself. And she probably won't get any visitors very often either, if at all. And this is starting to happen right now. I know I have a cousin. She died in a nursing home by herself. And she never had no kids, no man. She's not even close to a man, not one. And she died, she was 54, cancer. She died in a nursing home, someplace in Connecticut. You know, and that was sad. That's a sad way to die. She partied all her life, just running through guys, basically. And she died in a nursing home by herself. I didn't even know she died until, 6 months later, because she was living up north in Connecticut somewhere. And shit, I don't know. Shit. I can't keep up with everybody. I have a big family. But a lot of women are going to be just like my cousin. They're going to die in a nursing home or die at home by themselves. And nobody's going to be around them. Because if they got kids, them kids going to be gone. And the kids that they raise ain't shit anyway. In most cases, the kids ain't going to be worth a damn. The kids going to be just like her. Useless. In most cases. The kids ain't going to look out for her when she get old. Because her whole life, for the most part, has been a damn lie. You got people that live their whole life, it's been a damn lie, the whole goddamn thing. That's one reason why she didn't prosper, and no man and no kids. And if she got kids, they don't want to be around her ass. Because even the kids, they might not say so, but the kids know she's full of shit on some level. Especially if she has a daughter. Even your daughter know you're full of shit. Because the daughter realized after a while that my mom fucked me up, man. I'm 25, 30 years old, and no one wants to fuck me. No. Yeah, think about that. You have a lot of women out here now. Guys don't even want to give them some dick. They got damn near pay for it. Because a lot of guys just don't want the hassle. Because it's too much that comes along with being around her. So a lot of these young girls figured out that it wasn't from... Some of them figured out that, shit, I was raised wrong. I didn't really have the right tools. I wasn't really raised to be to get married and have a family and kids. I was raised to be independent and rebellious and to be a damn rebel. Shit, no one liked being around me. There's some young girls that figure it out after a while. Before it's too late, you know. The smart ones do anyway. All that tough girl feminist shit, that shit don't work. That shit don't, there's nothing attractive about it to a guy that wants a wife and to have kids. There's nothing attractive about that shit. That shit repels people away from you. Guys want to get away from your ass as quick as possible. I mean, you can't live with nobody like that. You can't coexist with nobody like that. You be looking at her like she's a man. She's just competitive as you, and y'all living in the same household. You be wanting to knock her head off. And, she gonna probably square up on you and start talking that tough talk and get all up in your face. And no guy that feels good about himself is gonna put up with all that. It ain't but so much he gonna be able to take, and it's gonna get ugly real fast. It's gonna get ugly real fast, and it ain't gonna end well for her. This is why you have a lot of domestic violence out here, because a lot of these women don't understand how men function, and they don't understand the consequences that come about because of when men disrespect other men. Women don't understand that. Women think they can say what they want to say and do what they want to do, and the guy ain't supposed to do nothing. He's supposed to just take it. Shit, even most guys don't play that. I mean, if you get in the average guy, if you get in the average guy's face and you stay in his face long enough, he's gonna be like, hey, I'm about to knock his head off. At least punch him or get away from him or something. And women don't understand that. You got a lot of women that have been mismanaged. They don't understand how to interact with guys. The best thing a woman can do is be nurturing and not a feminist. That's the best thing a woman can do. And don't be like those other girls. Those other girls, they'll smash the guy and wait on him to call. Which is the funniest thing. I'm like, why are you waiting on him to call? How come you can't call? Call him like the next day. See how he doing. They'll be like, no, I'm gonna wait till he calls me. Why? Well, I was raised that way when your mama screwed you up. That's why your mama's single. And you still listening to her. A lot of women are like that. They'll know their mom ain't shit. They still listen to her anyway, which that doesn't make any sense. Really. I mean, make that make sense to me. Your mom, 60, 70 something years old, she's a screw up. You still listen to that woman. Her marriage is been proven to be a failure. It's the craziest thing, boy. A lot of these women, man. Any questions, man? Come on. You got a lot of times the reason why the girl you probably with or trying to get with is not acting the way you would like because her mom wasn't shit. And maybe her dad was a simp. That's usually where the problem comes in. And a lot of guys spend their time around women that really ain't feeling them like that. You shouldn't be around her in the first place. And a lot of these women, they hoes. I say that's probably the majority of women North America for sure. I would say the majority of women are unfit. They might not be necessarily a hoe, but they're still unfit for marriage or to have a family, you know? It's like, believe it or not, a lot of women out here, they're not wide open like that. They're not running through guys like that. But at the same time, they don't have a lot of prospects. They don't have a lot of guys checking for them. And there's a reason for that. A lot of it has to do with how they were raised. A lot of women are clueless when it comes to guys. They have no idea what's attractive to a guy and what's not. I mean, there's a lot of women out here that can't even dress. They don't even know how to dress. They don't even know what to wear. You got some women, man, they change clothes 2, 3, 4 times before they leave the house in the morning for work. Or they have to call somebody or send somebody a picture. That's how they do it now. They take a picture and say, hey, how do I look in this? They got to get somebody's opinion before they leave the house. That's what you're working with out here now. They don't even know what they're gonna wear when they wake up in the morning. It's like, I mean, how do you not have? I'm not saying you got to be the best dresser in the world. That's not what I'm saying. But you should have at least an idea what fits you, what you're comfortable with wearing, wherever you decide to go, whether it's work or just someplace on your personal time. You should have an idea. What do you like to wear? Your shoes, pants, dress, shirt, blouse, your hair, whatever. You got a lot of men and women. Guys are just, they ain't too much better than the women when it comes to dressing. You got a lot of guys that are clueless too. I don't know who's worse, to be honest. I think it's about a tie now.
No.
I don't know who's worse, man. You know, and these are the same guys that'll tell you that they're socially awkward, right? And they'll tell you, hey, just go overseas, man. You don't have to be you don't have to do all that stuff you do in North America. I'm like, what are you talking about? You still should know how to talk. You still should have social skills, right? I think. I mean, you gotta talk sometime, ain't? I mean, you don't gotta be the most sociable person in the world, but it's okay to talk sometime, I would think. You know, a lot of these guys are very awkward. If you meet them in person, you'd be like, damn, you're different. You're not the person I thought you was when I was seeing you online doing the videos. I think you'd be surprised. I met a lot of these guys. At least the ones back in the day that used to be online. They're not online anymore. A lot of them that I met. But when I met them, men and women, it was very awkward interaction. You know, a lot of these people, if you met them in person, you wouldn't like them. A lot of them doing the videos, that's like a persona. Men and women. And I don't care what the channel's about. It don't even matter. If you met them in person, you wouldn't like them. Same thing with the celebrities and entertainers. You met them in person, you wouldn't like them because that's not really who they are. The person they're representing on the channel, that's not really who they are. That's why certain people, if if you had a channel like I do or whatever, or a podcast like I do, and if you ask them, hey, why don't hey come on my podcast, bro? I got a pretty good audience, a pretty decent following on my podcast. You know, most of them are kind of like nervous about coming on your podcast because they know they think they're gonna get exposed. Which, I mean, I would never do anything like that, but that's just how a lot of these people think because they know the person they represent on the channel. That person might not overlap to being on a podcast. It's kind of like some people say they'll never do a live stream. They'll upload recorded videos all day. But a live stream, they're terrified of doing something like that. It's like they would never do a live stream like this. The majority of people on YouTube, they would never do it. They'd be so nervous. They say, oh, it's hard. I'm like, you know how to talk, right? They're like, yeah. So what's the problem? You be on camera all the time when nobody's watching you. They're like, yeah, but maybe that's the problem. When they're on camera, nobody's watching. When people are watching, that makes them insecure. I think that's probably the problem with a lot of these people. They're very insecure, boy. Especially the women. I think women are way more insecure of being on camera than guys. And you would think it'd be the opposite. You would think the women, at least the ones in North America anyway, you would think they would want to be on camera. Nope. No. Most of the women that I know in North America, well, there's two reasons why they don't want to be on camera. A lot of them have jobs, and I understand that. I get it. They have jobs, and the people on the job be looking for anything to get them fired. So I get that. But as a large percentage of women, they're just insecure. They don't like how they look when they look in the mirror. And they don't like how they look when they look through the camera lens either. That's another thing. So that a lot of women say, oh, I don't like how I look, and I don't like how I sound. They don't like the tone of their voice. And I would probably say that's a large percentage of women. And these are the women that you're meeting. You're meeting these women that are insecure, more than likely. You work with them, they're at the job, you meet them at the club, at the sporting event, at the party. Most of these women are insecure. They're not, they're insecure about something. I don't think I ever met a woman in my life where she's like 100% satisfied with everything, as far as how she looks. I never met a woman that was like that. I never met one. I'm not saying they're not out there, but I ain't never met one that was satisfied with how she looked from her head to her toe, to her voice, her voice tone, to her shape of her body. I never met a woman that was 100% confident and secure with herself like that. Not in North America. I haven't met one yet. Now it might be some in South America. I don't know. I ain't been down there yet. But, hopefully I'll meet a woman like that one day where she's so secure, so in tune, so sold on herself, on who she is, where it's like just that makes her attractive to the average man. that makes a guy want to date her and get married to her. And that man wants to bear kids with her. You know? Those are some things women can do to become more attracted to the opposite sex, to a man. You know, just buy into who you are. Love yourself. You know, stop looking at them damn magazines and wearing all that damn makeup and getting all this damn plastic surgery. Do you see some of these damn plastic surgery surgeons' jobs? See what they be doing to these women? And they're fucking these women up. Damn. You got to look, somebody got to be honest. This shit don't look good on a lot of these women. I'm sorry. I mean, they're fucking their face up. They're fucking their bodies up. I mean, some of these women, man, that I used to be a fan of when I was growing up. I mean, you look at some of them now, man, they look a hot mess. You be like, damn. Woo. I mean, you can't make this shit up. Man. I'm like, where you got your
You what?
where you found your plastic surgeon from?
Oh shit!
Man. Woo. I mean, look at Lil' Kim. Let's take Lil' Kim for a second. I'm gonna use her as an example. Lil' Kim, man. I mean, I used to love Lil' Kim back in the day, man. Especially when they first came out with the group Junior Mafia. I mean, Lil' Kim was a cute little thing. I mean, look at Lil' Kim now. Lil' Kim looked like, first she looked like Michael Jackson on the first face surgery, you know. Now Lil' Kim looked like a monster, man. I mean, god damn, she fucked herself up. And then you got these dudes online that will say, oh, she's so beautiful. And you got other women that do the same. Well, you know, women are gonna lie. That's just a given when it comes to how other women look. That's just a given. They saying that big fat, what's that girl? Big fat girl name? Big fat girl, and all the white people seem to like her. What's her goddamn name? She like being help me out. She like getting naked all the time. As a matter of fact, she was playing a flute on stage a couple days ago. What's that big fat girl name? Yeah, she looked a hot mess. I mean, it was like, it's a clown show. They're making fun of her, and she don't even have enough. She's too goofy to even realize that they're making fun of her ass at the same time and laughing. I know those producers of these award shows they got their fingers crossed backstage laughing their ass off. You know, because I mean, she's a hot mess, man. Yeah, Lizzo, there you go. Yeah, Lizzo looked like a damn that bitch awful looking. God damn. I mean, and people are hyping her up and saying shit like, this is woman power. I'm like, well, if it's about woman power, get one of them fat white bitches and put her out there and put her on the stage. They don't do that with them. They only do that with us or the rest of these. They don't do that with you ain't never seen a big fat white bitch on stage getting all this press and getting all this attention. They don't do that to white women because people are not going to tolerate that shit. You know, I mean, but this woman looked like Lizzo looked like I don't know, a hippopotamus.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I mean, Lil' Kim looked like, I don't know what Lil' Kim looked. She looked like a monster. I'm like, damn, I'm supposed to be attracted to this? Come on, man. I can't do it. Yeah, I don't like obese women anyway, but god damn. I mean, at least be proportionate. You know what I'm saying? I mean, proportionate meaning that if you can't have a stomach. If your stomach is sticking out, and if your stomach is bigger than your ass, nah, that's unsat. Yeah, that's unsatisfactory, like some people would say. You know, oh, it's just be proportionate, man. That's all I'm saying. You know, but a lot of these plastic surgeons, man, they know they fucking these women up. They have to know that you can't tell me, you can't show me a before and after picture of Little Kim, and you're gonna tell me that this is an upgrade. Hell no. Come on, man. You know, as a matter of fact, I applied for a job for a plastic surgeon like a couple months ago. I was gonna do their social media, you know. And I noticed on his website, he don't really have no before and after picture of nobody's face like that. You know, he got before and after picture of the women with their clothes on. Because I guess they got a butt job or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's easy if a woman got on clothes, yeah, you can say, okay, she's shaped better. But how does that ass look when she take the pants off? See, that's what he didn't show that. He didn't take no picture of that. That's when the rubber meets the road, like some people used to say. So I realized that, you know, they only have take certain pictures of certain women and at certain angles because they know they full of shit. These plastic surgeons, they know they fucking these women up, and these women are too stupid enough to figure it out. You know, it's easy for a lot of these women today to tell you what you doing wrong as a man, but they ain't not smart enough to figure out their own shit. So that's why it's a fucking train wreck out here today. You know, you got women that, like Lizzo, she can't even figure out when she's being made fun of. She's being played like a fool, like a clown. Like it's like a minstrel show. Like back in the day, they used to have women like her at the circus. Walt Disney started it. Well, he didn't start it. He just took it to the white community. But he made a mockery of women like Lizzo. You know what I'm saying? They used to call it a minstrel show back in the day. That's what Walt Disney, he came up with that crap. And they're doing the same thing with Lizzo. And a lot of these producers, they know about Walt Disney. You know, it's not like it's a secret or something like that. He wrote a book. He wrote a couple of books about it. You know, they used to call him the greatest show on earth. Yeah, I think that was the name of a book he wrote, The Greatest Show on Earth. And mostly he was making fun of black people and making fun of any group of people that has some type of attention in the mainstream media at the time. Yeah. So Walt Disney, yeah, he knew what he was doing. And they're still doing the same old shit today, but a lot of men and women, they aren't smart enough to figure it out. But they'll look at you and try to tell you what you're supposed to be doing, though. But they can't figure out their own shit. So that means a woman like Lizzo, she ain't that smart as she might think she is. You know, if you can't figure out your own shit, you're not that smart, in my opinion. You know, I mean, you can come online or go out and about your job or wherever you want to go and tell people what they should be doing all day long. But if you can't figure out your own shit, you're not that smart. You know, you're not even qualified. You're not even qualified to help anybody else out if you can't figure out your own shit. That's my opinion. You know, that's my opinion. But today there's a lot of people that are giving advice with no success of any track record of doing anything. Nothing. Nada. Nothing at all. The smartest person on earth. But if they get in a jam, all of a sudden they become the dumbest person on earth. They couldn't find their way out of a goddamn plastic bag or a cardboard box if they had to. But they got a PhD in whatever. And they couldn't get a date if you paid them. And I know men and women that's like this. They got letters behind their name, but they haven't helped anybody. They just take the money. And hey, God bless them. No shame. I'm just telling you what it is out here. I'm just telling you why it's a train wreck out here. And why there's so much confusion out here. And you should watch who you listen to. Watch what you listen to. And watch what you pay attention to. What you pay attention to most, that's probably what you're going to buy into. That's usually how that goes. You know, where your attention goes, your mind and your body tends to flow towards. That's how it is, you know. But hey, if you don't have any questions, I'm about to get off here. You know, I pretty much said what I wanted to say. I've been on here for 1 hour now. So hey, don't forget to check out the Love Can't Wait podcast. I dropped a new episode on there today. And don't forget to check out the Patreon as well. As a matter of fact, as soon as I get off here, I'm going to upload a new video to my Patreon as soon as I get off here. So, hey, man, check it out. You know, that's where that's where, if you like this video, you're going to like the videos and the audio that I have on my Patreon. I talk about stuff on my Patreon that I would never talk about publicly on here. You know, so hey, don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.
Alright. Just got got the call, it's going down tonight.